production on its list. Tamasha on Hope Street started showing this Thursday and will run until the 1st of October. The play provides an unapologetic glimpse of people living in poverty. It touches on the sensitive topic of xenophobia and, of course, women abuse. Directed by Gopala Davies, he joins us now this morning to elaborate more on the play. Very good morning to you, Gopala. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Indeed. What's this play about?
Okay, so this play places focus on the socio-economic conditions of Chatsworth, which is an Indian township in KZN. And how we engage with that is we introduce to Payal, which is a young street prostitute who's an Indian girl, and Albert, who's a Zimbabwean national who's found refuge in this Indian township. And the story progresses about this unlikely friendship that arises.
Wow, gosh, this is how then do you paint an untainted view of the world over such heavy topics?
So the play is written by Rajesh Gopi, and Rajesh Gopi is known, his work never shies away from the harshness of the realities of our situations. He doesn't candy coat the situation. We through this production jump into the heavy notions. There's prostitution, there's xenophobia, there's othering, there's the abuse of the female body. So yeah, in the writing, I guess that's where these issues become highlighted, and as the director, my role is then to flesh it out and to realize it on stage.
Now, with such heavy topics all played out, how was the opening night?
Opening night was received very well. Yeah. In one of our audiences, we had SWEAT, which is sex workers. I'm not sure of the full acronym, but they really connected to the piece. There were so many of them that came to us and said, this moment happened to me, and this moment in the play happened to me. So yes, this play does position itself in the Indian context, but it's by no means an Indian story. There's universal themes that are at play.
Yeah. Now, as an established director yourselves, I presume this must have entailed pushing certain boundaries in order to get the final product. Did you at some point have any doubts about this? And if so, how did you overcome those doubts?
I didn't have doubts. So I've established myself as pushing the boundaries. The work I've done before engages with intermedial theatre, which is the use of film on stage. And this play, what drew me to it is that the writing and the themes that are addressed are what is cutting edge. Okay. So, no, I didn't doubt. It's an important narrative and it's being told.
Yeah. Now, in most parts of the country, people go through poverty, abuse, women abuse, misogyny, femicide, xenophobia, and so on and so on. But then this story is set around Chatsworth in Cape Town. So how different, if so, do you think it is to other townships in South Africa?
So Chatsworth's in KZN.
In KZN, I beg your
pardon. And so I grew up in Chatsworth. I think that's one of the reasons that I was chosen to direct this production. Okay. I was also mentored by Geetha Patha, and she's also from Chatsworth. And Chatsworth as a township, I mean, there's the individualness to an Indian township. But at the core of it, a township is a township, and the poverty is the equalizing factor. Yeah. And that's what you see in this production, that it doesn't matter what shade of brown you are. Poverty still affects the people in this community. Yeah. Yeah. And
you work with such great names such as Amira Patel, Lindani Nkosi, Matthew McFarlane. How's the chemistry and the relationship between them?
Yeah, I'm blessed with an amazing cast.
I can imagine.
They bring the story to life. It's not an easy story. It's not escapism. It's not a play that you switch off in. Sure. It's something that's addressing important issues. So for the actors, they've really jumped into the story. So,
Now, this is a very topical issue, very relevant. Any likelihood that we're going to be seeing part 2 of it?
Not necessarily an extension of this, but I think it's important that this story travels. And I think that's what's important, that many people see this because of the importance of what's being told.
All right. Gopala, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Lovely chatting. Cheers.
Now, many thanks to the director of Tamasha on Hope Street, Gopala Davies. Now, this production is currently showing at the Market Theatre and will run until the 1st of October. You don't want to miss this one. Let's take a short break now. We'll be right back.